What are some typical Canadian foods? I think you will be surprised to hear that. Now, if you're American, you will not be that much surprised. Mostly it is, yes, fast food. And a lot of it like McDonald's, A&W, KFC of course, Domino's Pizza, Pizza Hut, Burger King. We all know that we in North America, also in Europe, we love them as well. I mean, they're tasty. And I myself had very good memories in my childhood when I was eating McDonald's Chicken McNuggets. I mean, I just love them. And the other example is Costco. Yes, Costco, here very iconical. If you go to Costco and then you're done with your grocery shopping, what do you get? Cheap and relatively yummy hot dog. It's just here in Canada, $1.50 and you get a Pepsi. I mean, it's a good combination. It satisfies you, makes you happy, and I mean, it tastes good. So I understand why Canadians love to eat fast food. However, there's another food that Canadians really love, and this is packaged food. And with packaged food, I mean stuff like what you can buy in the grocery shops. I show you some images, but it's usually like, you know, like finished or half finished pizzas and tortillas and all those. You usually just go into the microwave and done. Also, of course, potato chips and dust. And of course, which is here more common in Canada and America than in Europe, canned food. And what you can buy in canned food, I mean, not just like soups. You can of course buy in here all kinds of different vegetables and fruits, different kinds of soups, Spider-Man soup and whatnot. I show here all the images. It's really different than from Europe. My dear Canadians, of course, there are many specialties here in Canada, and everyone else should know it. There are some specialties, like I made actually a video, I will link it here. As you can see, we have Poutin, of course, and many other, I mean, dishes like different cakes and specialties that are really yummy, but the average Canadian doesn't eat them every day. That is just how it is. Also, if you go here to the major grocery shops and even the smaller ones, you will always see a lot of canned goods, like a lot, like a large selection of pre-cooked meals that you really just have to go to for the microwave. And here's a good example. I remember my first job here in Canada. I worked in Loblaws, and me and my brother worked there. This hard work where you have to load and upload foods, so you need a lot of energy. We were usually having our sandwiches and some cooked foods. However, there were several Canadian guys and they always had just the same thing. And that was, they went to the vending machine and bought themselves some potato chips, always the small packages, and then either it was a Pepsi, a Coke or Mountain Dew. I mean, yeah, it tastes, and honestly, a few times I did it myself at home, but not all the time, and definitely not at work. But this is more a Canadian thing, and I saw it in a construction site, people doing it, and in the university I saw it the same thing. I mean, that's not really a good meal for you, for studying and everything, for your brain, or even if you're working hard. I mean, when you're on a sofa and just relaxing, watching Lord of the Rings, I get it, I did this too, with a nice whiskey Coke and some nice beers. You can enjoy really Lord of the Rings, of course, because everyone is loving Lord of the Rings or Walking Dead, right? There are two major reasons why in Canada prepackaged food and canned food is so popular and everyone does it. First of all, it's the proximity to the Americans, because we get all the cultural exchange and everything. In America, it's very common to have all the pre-cooked foods, microwaved foods and all that. So it comes really over here, and it's in the movies, it's in the TV commercials that we see in Canada as well. And of course, all those large American companies, they are much larger, they have way more capital than our Canadian companies, so they actually dominate the Canadian food sector of the Canadian food industry as well here. Now the second reason will actually maybe surprise you, and then again not if you know Canada for real. And this is because it's really cold in Canada. The winter is very long here in Canada, therefore we cannot plant as many vegetables here, not many different kinds, and especially fruits. I think like what was it, 95% of all our fruits and vegetables, especially fruits, are from outside of Canada. So the prices are high for them, but canned goods, canned vegetable and canned fruits, they are cheaper, usually because they're using the rest of them, not the nice pieces. But I mean, I always use them as well. I always cooked with them and I had never a problem with them. I know people are saying they are unhealthy and such. I never cared much about it until I got sick and I had stomach issues and I was sick for 2 years. Then I stopped eating so much canned food and now I'm feeling better. So I think the concerns about canned food is way more real than the concerns about fast food. I think fast fast food is actually not that bad, especially not that bad compared to canned and pre-packaged food, microwave food. That stuff, that's not that healthy, right? Now, as a consequence of all the pre-cooked food, pre-packaged food and fast food here, we have one huge problem in Canada, and that is obesity. We have one of the highest rates of obesity. The only other countries that are as high as we are America, of course America, England and Germany, because we four are like the fattest countries of all times. And with that comes of course all those illnesses that come with the obesity rate. And this also makes a problem for us in the hospitals because we have more people with high blood pressure and so on, so many problems. It's unfortunate and I hope it will change maybe in the future. Thank you very much for watching this video. Please give me a likes up, it really helps me, and I hope to see you in the next video. Until then, goodbye.